Hey, I'm Kev Kermuska, and welcome to some predictions, as this is Dakar month, and the actual Dakar in real life begins on Friday, so we thought we'd check out something new for the Dakar this year, and this is the Dakar Race to Win, sponsored by the Blood Kingdom. So create your ultimate team and win the ultimate prize, as you can see. So what we do, we select our team for the entire Dakar, so we can make driver changes using credits. We'll set driver in each of the 7 categories to earn points. So here are the game rules. So as you can see, build your team. In any one of your vehicles that completes the stage, you earn some points. And then if they finish in the top, then you get some more, as you can see. You can nominate one vehicle as your stage winner bonus for each stage. Any points the driver earns will double. There are also daily bonus points up for grabs with the quiz. For the 6th stage, which takes place over 2 days, the above points will be doubled. So you could get 200 for first, it's actually 400. And then there's some prizes. So grand prize, overall winner gets a VIP all expenses paid trip for them and a friend to experience the 2025 Dakar in person. You also get signed driver gear. If you finish between 2nd and 10th, you get that from this year, and then from 11th to 20th you get Dakar Desert Rally the game, and then you get daily drops as well. This year's Dakar, it's a bit different than from last year. Over 6%, I think around 6% of the route, or at least over half the route is different. Got some new areas to explore, and it's very long as well, over 4,700 kilometers. And you saw a mention of a special stage in the middle part of the rally, which is this new type of stage, new feature length stage set for the Dakar for this year. So the new concept is a timed 48-hour race where competitors have until 4 PM to reach one of the 8 bivouacs for the night. They get minimal kit and supplies and just have 2 hours to make repairs before bedding down for the night and completing the stage from 7 AM the next morning. So everybody gets to do kind of like a Marimoto basically for those 2 stages. But yeah, it's a very long rally, almost 8,000 kilometers in total, and we've got a huge amount of entrants as well for the Dakar this year, as we have almost 800 competitors in total, with over 430 vehicles entered in the motorbikes, the quads, the ultimate truck, challenger, SSV, stock, classic cars, classic trucks, and mission 1000 categories. They're quite a lot. That's a bit of a mouthful. As you can see in the background as well, most of the people are from France, Spain or Italy competing, but there are 72 nationalities in total. And as you see, over 100 rookies, over 100 legends. And in the Marimoto as well, there are 31 competitors of the hardest class in the Dakar, where they have to do everything themselves. And you may have seen the groups are called a bit different than they were last year. Gone is the old T1, T2, T3, T4 and T5 categories. Now there's the ultimate class for the cars, the stock class for the production cars, the challenger class for the bigger buggies, the SSV class for the smaller buggies, and then we've got truck as well for T5. We've got the quads as well, and of course you've got the classic class as well, which is split into the cars and trucks. So we've got Marimoto as well, which is like a category within the bikes, along with Rally GP, which is for the works bikes, Rally 2, which is for the amateur bikes, and you've also got different subcategories within, say, like cars, for example, where there's like the 2-wheel drive, kind of the top challenger of that as well, top finisher for that. So yeah, lots of different classes to watch out for throughout the whole of the field. Alright, shall we get going then? As you can see, here's our list, unfiltered list that is. And oh, here we go, here's the question: which year did the first ever Dakar Rally finish? That is 1979. So I better get my points total, alright? But yeah, here's the teams that you can search as well. But we're going to filter by class, of course. You can filter by manufacturer too. Insane amount of manufacturers to choose from. And the budget, okay, so it filters like all the, classes that fit in my budget. So first up is the bikes. So in the bikes then, as you can see, this is the Rally GP, these are the works bikes, so there's 23 entrants. And then in Rally 2, which are the amateur bikes, there's 109 entrants as well. And then there's also, as part of like the entry list for like the FIM, there's also 10 quads entered as well in that class, as you can see here. So we've got quite a few different entries from the works bikes. We got double champ, Tony Price of the Dakar. We got Luciano Benavides, the top Husqvarna rider, the current World Rally Raid champion. We got Beretta, who's moved to Hero from Honda as well. And then going from Husqvarna to Honda last year was Howes as well, left in the middle of the season. But I've also got former champ like Barbeck here. As well, Sam Sunderland, after suffering lots of injuries last year, is back, so hopefully win his third Dakar. And also the current champ as well, Kevin Benavides. Also got Wasp Branch leading the way for Hero. He won a couple of stages last year in the Dakar, but hoping to do a bit better as well for Hero. And then there you go, they are the last of the Rally 2 entries, or Rally GP entries, should I say. So who do I think is gonna win? But who am I gonna pick in the game? It's gonna be two very different choices. Because you can see prices, 11. I've only got 45 budget. 11, that's a quarter of my budget, and I've got 7 classes to choose from. So in this, I'm gonna go for Sam Sunderland. Not my British bias showing it all, but Sam Sunderland, as I said, he was very unlucky last year. Crashed out almost immediately. And then during the World Rally Raid World Championship, crashed out again. Of a couple of events, he just had a horrible year. And, I think it'll turn around this year. We'll get with him on board the gas, especially with Sanders alongside him as well. He was pretty solid last year, was the Australian, so I think those two will be pretty good. Who I actually think is going to win, though, I'm probably going to go for Price. He was runner-up last year. He was close to Benavides, but Benavides kind of managed the gap pretty well. Benavides didn't do the full kind of World Rally Raid Championship last year, if I remember. So it might be a slight rust heading into this. But it is going to be incredibly close in the bike class once again. This is probably the most competitive class in the Dakar. Like last year, Price was less than a minute off the win after fortnight of racing. That is pretty incredible. And we've got 12 stages this year. For once, the prologue doesn't count as a stage. That's why it's only 12 stages instead of 13. But it's going to be mighty close in the bike class. So you can see Honda have bought a whole armada of bikes with them as well. Don't rule out like Quintanilla as well, who's been on the podium multiple times. Got Van Breven as well, who's maybe not achieved as much on the Dakar as we expect, but he's very solid, the Frenchman. And of course, as I said, there's like Barbeck, there's Benavides down there. And as I said, even watch out for the heroes such as Branch, Rodriguez, who again was unlucky to be injured last year. But yeah, you could definitely see the heroes getting top 10. Maybe, even with Branch, maybe a top 5. That would be insane for them. But yeah, that's what we think in the Rally GP class. So for the amateur class, I'm not as informed on this, unfortunately. So from little research I've done, though, it was Romain Dumontier, the Frenchman, who won on his Husqvarna last year the Dakar and the World Rally Raid Championship. But as you can see, there's loads of KTMs behind him, such as Lucy, who was second in the Rally Raid Championship. Cox, who won the last couple of rounds of the Rally Raid. Doherty, who was around the top 5. And he also got Argbright as well, who's like top 5 as well. Got Delbrowski, who's very quick as well, but again suffered some injuries last year. So yeah, we've got some names to look out for. With my limited knowledge, I'm probably going to go for Cox, because as I said, he's the 4-man heading into this. Those couple of wins, especially I was looking up what he did at Morocco Rally, he just dominated. Literally won the first couple of stages, just cruised to victory. So yeah, I think Cox could win this for KTM. It's basically 2 KTM picks, isn't it? But as you can see, my budget is going down. That's 18 of the 45 down. And we've only chosen 2 classes. I don't know who to choose for Moto. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at that. I know the Moto winner, I think he's doing Rally 2 this year. So we'll see how they do. But there we go. This is probably the top class for most votes, though. It's the ultimate class, the car class, as we've got 72 entries. Not all of them will go for the victory. I said some will go for that two-wheel drive, being the highest ranked of those. But we do have quite some big names, as you can see. And in research for this as well, I didn't realise how much experience paid in the ultimate class, because of course we've had Nasser win the last couple of years in Saudi Arabia. He's going for, I think it's his 5th Dakar now. He's won quite a lot. he's trying to become the first person written with 4 manufacturers, I believe, along with Science as well, and Peter Hansel. They're going for that too. Incredibly, Loeb is going for his first, even though he's been run up the last couple of years. But he did win half the stages, well, over half the stages last year. He was very quick, Loeb. He just had a poor start. And then we've got De Villiers as well, another former winner. He will be leading the South African Challenge for Toyota, as there's no Heck, unfortunately, this year. And De Villiers was the last guy to win the Dakar under the age of 40 when he won the 2009 Dakar, becoming the first African to win the Dakar as well, which is pretty insane to say, that it was the Paris Dakar for quite a long time, and held in Africa for quite a long time. That De Villiers was the first African to win it. And I don't expect him, unfortunately, to be challenging for the win. But alongside him, as I said, experience is key. Like, he's the last winner under 40. We've had winners over 50 the last couple of years. So the last guy to win under 50 was Nasser, back when it was in South America. And Toyota have gone a totally different route. As you can see, Nasser's with a new team with Proto. He's alongside Loeb. No doubt this is the strongest pairing by a country mile. Even though you've got Science and Peter Hansel together with Ekstrom, I think these two have been much quicker the last few years. Plus, I'm not sure about Audi. This is Audi's last year, if you didn't realise, as a works team. We are still going to see Audis in the next couple of years, like we still see Minis and Peugeots, but it won't be as a works-backed outfit, from what I know at the moment. Because, of course, Audi are going all in on F1 in 2026. But Toyota, to replace Nasser, Moreira, who made his debut last year on the Dakar and had an outstanding podium on his debut. So he's come in, the Brazilian, who won multiple championships in his own country, and then stepped up last year. He's straight into a top flight Dakar car, which is pretty crazy rise for him the last couple of years. But alongside him as well, there's probably even a bigger surprise, is Seth Quintero, who's been an outstanding rider in the SSV, in the Challenger class the last couple of years. In fact, he holds the record for the most Dakar stage wins in a Dakar, with 12 out of 13 2 years ago. The one stage he didn't win, though, he had a different issue, so couldn't win overall. But he does have Dakar podiums. He's the reigning Challenger, World Rally Raid champion as well. But it's a big step up from the Rally Raid, from the Challenger class to the Ultimate class. I'm really interested to see how he goes. As I say, he's probably one of my favourite competitors in the field, and he's still only 22. He did hold the record for being the youngest guy to win a kind of Dakar stage, being the youngest entrant as well. But we're talking about the guy who took those titles from him. But yeah, he hasn't won a Dakar yet. He was on the podium. He was runner-up last year as well, I think, on the Dakar, if I remember right. But yeah, it's probably going to be too big a step to him to, challenge for the win this year. It's just going to be about learning driving an ultimate vehicle. Who do I think will win? So again, in real life, I think it is going to be between these two. I really do think it is. Be interested to see how Audi have improved. But as I said, it is their last year. I'm not expecting too much from Audi. Maybe battling for the podiums. I could see stage wins, no doubt, for Peter Hansel and Science. But yeah, I'm not sure about overall victory. I think it's between these. Maybe El Raji as well in the overdrive in his home rally. I think he could do really well as well, get on the podium. But yeah, I think it's between Loeb and Nasser. And it'd be hard to bet against Nasser. That's probably what the head's ruled. In the heart says Loeb, though. I would love to see Loeb finally get over the line and get that Dakar win and add that to his CV. For this, I need to choose someone with a bit less points, don't I? Let me just scroll down. As you can see, there is Nani Roma in the new Ford Raptor. So along with Martin Prokop as well, had an outstanding run to the top 10 last year. I could see him again getting top 10s. Maybe Roma as well. Got Roman Dumas as well, multiple Le Mans champ, endurance champion, Pikes Peak champion. He's back with Rebellion in a Toyota as well. And I think that's a bit of an older Toyota as well. And then we're going into like the two-wheel drive territory here now with these buggies, such as Hanai with Han, of their works drivers. There's Martin as well, with the new Raptor. And then we do have the Coronels here as well. We do have interesting entry here as well with Woolridge. This is his debut Dakar, but it's the reigning South African champion. He's only got 2 points. I don't expect him to, again, be challenging up there, but getting a top 10 would be outstanding on debut. As I try and scroll through everyone here, just show off everyone. As right at the back, there's what's it, the Veal as well. There's more Pro Drive entries. But yeah, I'm not sure who to pick actually for all this. I'm interested to see how the Raptor does. As I said, it's new for this year. Interested to see how it does. I could see Roma getting a top 10. I could no doubt see that. But yeah, unfortunately, I think we're sticking, as I said, to the first page for the Victors. Should we go a bit outside of someone who I haven't even mentioned, which is Ekstrom? Why not? He did not have the greatest luck last year on the Dakar, but let's maybe go for him, shall we? But again, that just helps me points-wise in this. So that's 3 down. Over half my budget gone as well. Shows how challenging this is as we head to the Challenger class. And we talk about the guy who took those youngest records from Quintero, and that is Eric Gozal. I apologise for my terrible pronunciation, but he was only 18 last year when he became the youngest entrant to... I think he was the youngest entrant, actually. He was the youngest entrant to at least win a stage, and then became the youngest winner of a Dakar class. Incredible. He's still only a teenager, and we will see how he does. Below him is the guy who won the World Rally Raid. Oh no, he didn't win the World Rally Raid Championship. That was Guthrie who won the World Rally Raid Championship. There you are, Guthrie. He won it ahead of his compatriot Austin Jones. So he won this in the SSV class. So as you can see, he's up to the Challenger class now, is Eric. He's stepped up, along with his dad. I think he's in his dad's team. Yeah, there's his dad down there. But last year, who won the Challenger class? It was Austin Jones. He's going for his 3rd Dakar on the trot, because he won the SSV class in 22. Of course, won this class last year, and looking to back it up again in his Red Bull Can-Am machine. As you can see, there was a late entry for Chris Meek as well, coming back after first being on the Dakar in 2021. You know, the 5-time winner on the World Rally Championship. Incredible style. Always hit and miss though. And unfortunately, that's what it was like in 21. Oh no, it was not his fault. His car just let him down. He had so many mechanical issues. But when he didn't, he actually won, I think, like 3 stages. So maybe keep a close eye on Chris Meek. He could be an outsider for winning this class. But as I said, the favourites would be like Jones. I know he won the Dakar. He won the SSV class, I think. Not, of course, last year, but the year before. So yeah, maybe watch out for the Lithuanian. And I said watch out for Eric as well, the reigning champ from the SSVs. You've got Lopez as well. He's won the Dakar a couple of times too, in what was then the newly formed SSV class as well. And then we've got Cristina Gutierrez, who of course has made a name in Extreme E in recent years, winning the title with Loeb with X44, I think, or at least challenging for it in the first year. Against the Rosberg team with Christopherson and Monty Taylor. Oh yeah, they didn't quite win it, but they were close. But yeah, she's been, you know, very good in off-road racing. Got a few Dakar stage wins as well, so watch out for her again. Also watch out for the Chilean here, Casady. He's won in the quad class a couple of times, and he stepped up to the trucks, and now he's back down in the buggies. I think he was actually looking at going in the cars as well. He wants to go with everything, but he's in the buggies this year, so I'm interested to see how he does. In the Yamaha, maybe not the strongest buggy, but interested to see how he does. Same with his fellow South American who also was challenging in the quads, so he's in the buggies as well. As you look through everyone here, trying to see if I can pick up some other names. As yeah, again, it is going to be a close class at the top. It's so interesting, this class. Let's watch out for Akil as well. She could probably get like a top 10 in the class. I'm not sure if she could challenge for the victory, but yeah, watch out for her as well. She's highly weighted. As there is everyone. I mean, it would be ideal actually picking her maybe for this, so I can save some points for the other classes. But yeah, again, we're probably looking at the first page for an actual winner. It's so tempting to just go for Jones. He was good. But see an American battle between Jones and Guthrie. Again, the heart would love to see Chris Meek or Gutierrez win as well. But yeah, I think it probably will be Jones again. He's just got it down, just being very consistent. But yeah, I think for the list though, can I choose Gutierrez? How much budget would I have left? I have 12. I probably couldn't get away with choosing Gutierrez then. Alright, let's go for Akil. I think that's how you say it. Then let's head to the SSV class. So as you heard, the reigning winner's not here in this class. But we do have some interesting names here. As we do have the Frenchman Xavier, who's competed in the bike class, but he's going to be with Sebastian Loeb Racing, competing in Polaris in the SSV class. And then we do have familiar names from Extreme, such as Sarah Price and JZ as well. Let's look through the rest of the entries. It's going to be interesting class to keep an eye on, because I have no idea with my limited knowledge who is going to win it. Even though she was a last minute entry, I'm tempted to just select Sarah Price again for the points here. So why not? Let's go for her. I think it'd be just great for her to get like a top 10. Again, like getting a top 10 on the Dakar is pretty amazing for most of these classes. As we head to the mighty truck class. Everyone loves the truck class. And last year we saw the echoing of, was it Van Kasteren with his crew? Absolutely ecstatic at the end of it. But it's going to be another open class again. It was very close, went down to the wire last year. And we no doubt we'll see it again. And with the non-entry of Kamaz and Maz, because they are state sponsored by Russia and Belarus, so they're basically been barred from entering unless they want to say no to the being kind of state sponsored or partially state sponsored. But it's basically just going to be a Iveco v Praga again. As Alice here, he was leading the way until stage 7 last year, when unfortunately Clover Spectator, which resulted in the Spectator's death, and then he had to withdraw. But the Praga was very fast last year, trying to copy what his uncle did, winning 6 Dakars that his uncle did in this class. So watch out for him. We've got some famous names as well from in the truck class as well, surnames at least, like De Groot. And as you can see, we've got a couple of De Groots in here, a few De Groots. So this is my favourite, Eno with Sugawara. Got a top 10 last year as well, great result. But again, that's probably their aim again this year, getting a top 10. As you look through the running order, and as you can see, there is everyone. Even see even see Overdrive in there. I didn't realise that they extended to the trucks as well. But yeah, we've got some man trucks, as you can see. We got, what's that, Tarara? I apologise again for my pronunciation. Not very good at this. But yeah, I'm gonna go for you. Why not? Why not? Go on, Sugawara against the mammoth like man and Iveco trucks. Imagine him winning overall, and the Praga as well. I think in real life I would probably go for the Praga to win this time. But yeah, we do have, we've got Mad Martin as well in the Iveco. Again, he had pace last year. He just, he just lost some time, unfortunately. But I think he did get on the podium, so watch out for Martin as well. But yeah, it's going to be, again, open in the truck class. It's going to be a bit like the bikes. It's going to be a great class to follow once again. So that leaves us with the quad class, which is not the most popular class in the Dakar. Last year, only 19 entries. Throughout the Rally Raid World Cup, even on one event, there was only 2 entries. There was only 1 proper season entry. as well, who won the World Championship, and that is, I cannot the hell say his name, it's the Lithuanian. Yeah, that was Kansuas. I apologise for my terrible pronunciation. Drew was the guy who won the Dakar last year. He's going for a hat-trick with Dakar wins in the quad class. He won the last rally last year as well in Morocco, so he's in good nick. Head in here. We also got the Argentine, who's also won in the quad class previously. So those are probably the three to watch out for. But yeah, as you can see, it's only 10 people here. It's abysmal in the quad class. And the reason why the entry list is like half compared to last year is that they've made it, instead of opening it up thinking, oh, hang on, we've got a lack of entries here, let's try and open up the restrictions on entry to the quad class, let's try and get as many riders entered as possible. For some reason, they've gone the opposite way. They've made it even stricter to enter the quad class. Don't tell me the logic in this is utterly one of the stupidest decisions I've ever seen from from an organiser. I don't know if they want the quad class to die or not. So now riders, eligibility for this year, they either have to sign up for the World Championship for 23 or 24, run at least 3 rounds in the last, in those years, or raced in the Dakar in the past 5 years. I do not get the sense in making the entry requirements stricter for this class. You should be opening up. And I've seen the likes of Pablo Capetti, who, as you can see, is not on the entry list. He was on the podium last year in the quad class. He's not entering because he's also called out how stupid this is as well, making it even tighter, the restrictions, when he says if we could loosen the restrictions, hey, we'll have loads of entries. We have, maybe up to like 30 or even 40 entries instead of just 10. Just baffling. I don't know. It doesn't work. I do not get why they do that. Anyway, the quad class, it is won by Yamaha. That's all we know. There's a CF motor that's stuck in here, but it is all about the Yamaha Raptor. And as I said, Drew is likely going to win it. I could see these two challenging, but as I said, I think it's probably going to be Drew again. He's just the class of the field. So yeah, they're going to go for Giroux. It gives us actually 2 more budget. Maybe I can get someone a better challenger for the challenger class. Maybe who's on 2 budget? I fancy no one. Oh, we could go for his teammates. We could go for Science or Peter Hansel. Actually, no. Let's go for Morales. Actually, hang on. Get out of here, Ekstrom. Let's go for the Bazillion. Even though, again, I think it's too soon for him to challenge with the Toyota. For the overall win. Got a podium last year in a not as good ultimate car. So you never know. He could get a podium again. Even if I said I think it's going to be between Loeb and Nasser this year. Alright, so stage win bonuses. Let me see. Oh, God. Oh no. Should I use it on Sunderland? Oh, no. Alright, whatever. We'll use it on him. Maybe we won't use it on anyone else. Oh yeah, hang on. Who could I use in the trucks as well? Maybe I should change this up. Let's see. No, there's no point. Look, it goes from 2 to 6. Some of the pricing is... It doesn't quite scale, does it, properly? It goes on like small amounts to medium to... And then it scales from medium to large quite well, but from medium to small it's not scaled that well, is it? I would like to see more, 3 or 4 point choices like we got in here. In fact, they don't have any 3-star choices, do they? What the hell? Yeah, they don't have any 3-star choices, just that opposed to number 3, are they? I'll see what's happening here. Oh yeah, here's all the Rally 2 entries as well. I forgot to show them off earlier. But yeah, these are all amateur entries. And so there's 30 entries for the Madi Moto, which are on the bikes. So they do everything themselves with minimal kind of budget. They repair all their bikes. They live in tents. It's incredible, the Madi Moto class. So yeah, that is all my choices then. And yeah, I've gone for Sam Sundin. I'm going to use my stage winner bonus, I guess, on the first stage. But that's all my budget done. If we need to make changes, you can see 50 credits equals 1 change. So I've got 100 credits in the bank, so I can make 2 changes basically throughout the whole of this. But yeah, this is my choice. Let me know down below who you're gonna choose the race to win on the Dakar Rally. If you're gonna have choices which are like this, you know, a bit different than what you actually think is gonna happen in the Dakar. And yeah, let me know who you've got winning all the classes in the Dakar. It's one of my most anticipated rallies of the year, or events of the year, always. As it's not just the Dakar as well. I always say it's the first major event to kick off the year, but it's actually the Africa Eco Race, which is like the Dakar, except it's run on like kind of the original Paris Dakar roads, and it's kind of like an independent, kind of almost amateur alternative. So it runs at the same time. It started at the end of last year, actually. I think it started like the 30th and runs for the same couple of weeks. And there was a surprising entry actually in that event, and that is Purdery Lebay, the WRC driver, entering the Rally Raid for the first time. So I'm interested to see how he goes on that event. As I think we also got like Gautier Paulin, who's a moto cross rider. I think he's entering that as well. He's won their kind of Motocross of Nations a couple of times with France, and multiple kind of Rallycross winner as well, or motocross winner, sorry. So yeah, I'm interested to see how he does as well. I think he's in a buggy or in a car, from what I remember. But yeah, interested to see how he does. But yeah, that is Dakar 2024. As you see, sort of beginning, mostly new route, interesting new kind of middle endurance stage in the middle of the rally. And as you saw, like quite a few open classes as well. It is going to be a heck of a couple of weeks. But thanks for watching all. Hope you enjoyed my preview. We'll be back, of course, at the end of the Dakar to do a bit of a review as well. And of course, we've got Dakar Month on the channel, going through all the stages possible in the Dakar games. But thanks for watching all, and I'll see you all next time.